Ian Wallace, a professional dream psychologist, is with us and author. He's analysed over 100,000 dreams throughout his long career and says exploring our dreams is the most powerful way to understand what we want out of life and how we can achieve it. And every time Ian comes in, we always ask him just beforehand about our own dreams. So we're not going to do that now, are we?
No, not now, no.
Because otherwise it's too revealing.
I don't want to give too much away. Move on to the first caller, please.
How are you, Ian?
I'm very good, thanks, Steve.
Excellent.
How are you? How are you, Tim?
Yeah, we're really good, thank you.
Great.
And what's your latest dream?
My latest dream is a continuation of my classic dream of analysing someone's dream, because that's what I do for a living. And then, because I like to get involved in things, I step into their dream and I think, whose dream is this? What's going on? And then before I know it, I'm 5 dreams down and guys are making films about me. That seems to be...
Oh, wow. It's a dream about a dream about a dream.
It's a dream and a dream and a dream and a dream.
And then a movie.
Yes.
Jane, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And where are you?
I'm in Prestwood in Buckinghamshire.
Oh, well, good afternoon. And Ian Wallace is here for you. What was your dream?
Well, I've got a recurring dream. I've had it for many years. The dream involves me single-handedly saving the world from invasion.
Wow.
It's usually from beings from outer space.
You're saving the world from beings from outer space?
Yes.
Right.
But not necessarily, not always, but mostly. That's what's involved.
What do they look like then, Jane?
Well, these dreams are in full Technicolor. They're very graphic, exciting, and it's really involving me sort of running and hiding and then outwitting them with various cunning plans.
Do they have a bulbous head?
No.
And a skeleton-y body?
Just all sorts. I mean, they've been going on for many, many years, as long as I can remember. So, obviously, all sorts of different variations.
Oh, all kinds of variations of alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an absolutely fantastic dream, Jane, and it's the 71st most common dream.
We knew that.
Yes, Steve told me that earlier on. And it's all about having these really superpowers like a superhero.
That's right.
And what it reflects for you, Jane, is that you have fantastic inner resources. So all these superheroes have the power to move mountains and look into things. But some of the most super heroic stuff done is by housewives. Housewives have superpowers and do amazing things.
And house husbands too.
House husbands too.
I don't know about that. Wow, sounds amazing.
So what the aliens represent, Jane, is new and unusual challenges in your life. So things that might seem a bit alien or a bit foreign to you. So that's you just dealing with them and doing the right thing around them. And that's the key thing about superheroes, Jane. They always have an extremely well-developed sense of right and wrong, and you always do the right thing. And it also means that you're far more powerful than you think you are. And whenever one of your loved ones is in jeopardy or endangered in some way, you always step into your powers and look after them. And once the tension or challenge is over, then you step back to being a housewife.
Uh-huh.
And Jane, is the dream the same every time, and does the story stay the same?
The dream isn't the same every time, but I always win. I'm always the superhero.
Oh, yeah, of course you do, yeah, because that's how I see you, really, Jane.
Well, I don't know about that.
So now you know. Thanks very much for being on.
Sure, my boys don't agree.
Thank you, Jane.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
And this is Tim.
Yeah, this is an email from Bobby Quick, who says, Ian, I have a recurring dream where I'm standing by the side of a dry stone wall. I happen to pick up a stone that's on the ground there, and underneath is a £1 coin. When I look under another stone, there's another coin, and the more stones I pick up, the more coins I find. My pockets and hands are brimming over with coins, and then I wake up. And also, Bobby adds, lately this has changed to £50 notes every time I open a CD case.
Wow.
What's going on there?
That's a great dream from Bobby, and this is the 36th most common dream, as you told me earlier, Tim, which is finding money or winning the lottery or finding treasure. So when you find money, especially in a hidden place, it's about realising you've got some undiscovered talent or undiscovered value in waking life.
Wow.
It's not just a desire for money.
No, it's because he's turning over stones, he's doing something practical in waking life where he's actually finding money.
Right.
And then when he goes on to the CD cases and starts opening them up, that suggests that by performing this particular skill or talent he has, then he will make even more money or realise even more creative value in waking life.
And also, you can't get a better name than Bobby Quick, can you, really? Email from Carmen Milia. It's another one. This is actually my husband Alfred's recurring dream, please, Ian, which I've been wanting to have analysed for ages. It's quite simple and possibly quite common. Alfred frequently dreams that he's flying. He says he really enjoys it. When he awakes, he explains to me where he's been, saying he particularly loves flying over buildings. Why does he have this recurring dream? And what does it mean?
Well, Carmen's absolutely right about her husband Alfred's dream. It's the 6th most common dream. And we know that flying is all about being released from obligations and commitments. We have all that language around being released from an obligation, the weight on my shoulders, the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
So there's something happening in waking life where he's feeling free, he's released from commitment, and flying over buildings means he really enjoys being released from routine.
Wow, that's brilliant. Email from Ian Coates in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. I regularly dream that my mouth is full of bubble gum, like I've shoved a whole pack in there at once. Well, don't do it. When I realise this, I start pulling it out and it sticks to my fingers and I can't seem to get rid of it. Fortunately, I've never woken up to find half my pillow missing yet. I suspect this dream might occur when I feel overloaded at work, but I'd like to know what it means. This is from Ian Coates in Atlanta, Georgia, USA.
This is the 54th most common dream, having a mouthful of chewing gum. It's really common.
Is it?
Yeah, and what it means is that Ian has a need to say something in waking life. He has to express something that he might feel a bit uncomfortable doing. Food is fulfillment, that's what it represents. So he's involved in some activity in waking life where he's just going through the motions and it's not particularly fulfilling for him. It was maybe quite stimulating to start off with, but now it's lost its excitement.
It's not about, because chewing gum doesn't go anywhere, does it? It's not exactly food chewing gum, is it? It's something that you do and it doesn't really go anywhere.
That's absolutely right, Steve. So it doesn't lead to any fulfillment. So he's just kind of going through the motions just now, and it might be something at work. So he has to stop chewing it over, don't sugarcoat it, and just spit out what he needs to say.
Oh, there are a good few in there. I like that. Oh, let's rest on that. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
So now we're back with Ian Wallace, and he's our dream expert, analyses your dreams. We thank you for them, and I think that we can now go to Kat in Glasgow. Hello, Kat.
Hi.
How'd you get the name Kat? Are you Katerina?
No, I'm Catriona, and it's too long to say, so I just shortened it to Cat.
Okay. I have a recurring dream, you say, which I've been having for 2 or 3 years. What is it?
Well, there's actually 3 variations of it. The first one is when I'm lying on my bed and I think I'm awake, and I sense something's not right, and a gentleman who's lying on the floor beside my bed sits up, turns around and stares at me.
Right, this man who's lying at the side of your bed, is he somebody you know?
Nope, never seen him before in my life.
No, what's he doing there?
I have no idea, I didn't even know he was there.
You didn't? And did you say he's a small man?
Nope, he's a normal-sized man, and the first I see him is when he sits up, turns around and stares at me right in the eye.
Right, he's not a frightening guy, though, is he?
Well, I was frightened out to the point where I screamed and woke up.
Oh, yeah, that would be a yes, then.
Yeah. The second one is when I have a dressing room at the side of my room.
Yeah.
And it's got 2 wide doors, and I think I'm awake, although I'm not, and he's standing in the doorway looking at me.
Ooh. What does it all mean, Ian Wallace?
Hi, Kat. Yeah, this is quite a common sleep phenomenon. It's called a night terror or sleep paralysis. So, Kat, do you have high-quality sleep, or is your sleep quite disturbed? Are you a shift worker or anything like that?
I have quite a sore back, so my sleep is quite broken on a regular basis because I get up and walk about and then go back to sleep again.
Yeah, so this is a classic effect of having poor sleep or poor quality sleep, Kat. So the thing you need to do is just try and relax as much as you can before you go to bed.
It's incredible you knew that, by the way, if you don't mind me saying, because, I mean, you knew exactly what it was all about.
Yes, thank you, Steve. So over 100,000 dreams, been doing it for a while.
All right, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean,
excuse me.
Okay.
He knows what he's doing. Can you carry on, Ian?
I'm
Finish.
just paying you a compliment, that's all.
Thank you very much, Steve, and I take it, and I do appreciate it.
Do carry on.
So, Kat, back to you. So this is something that happens when you just have that feeling of not being entirely relaxed before you go to sleep. So try and relax as much as you can before you go to sleep, and maybe take a nice hot bath just before you go and do that. But it is really common, and usually the sequence that happens, Kat, is that you sense a presence in the room, and then a shadow, and then some sort of intruder happens.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. And this can actually explain a whole lot of strange or mystic phenomena over the years, like alien abductions. There's old Celtic myths of people being spirited away by fairies or elves. And still, even today, the German for nightmare is Albatraum, which means an elf dream.
Because they think it's actually happened to them.
Yes, they do.
And are people generally likely to have more terrifying or scary dreams if you go to bed in a tense state?
Yes, that's absolutely right, Tim.
So relax.
Yeah, so relax as much as you can, avoid caffeine, alcohol, and get your computer and your gadgets out of the bedroom.
And you avoided the phrase nightmare. It's a nightmare, really, isn't it?
No, a nightmare's a really intense dream that feels quite scary. This is something where you actually think you're awake, and then you sense a presence in the room.
Okay, thank you very much for that, and I hope that's cleared that up. Okay,
That's great. Thank you.
hope you don't get it again. Here is Tim.
This is from Pauline Raymond, who says, Ian, I can dream, wake up and go back to sleep again and find that my dream continues or indeed starts again. Now, we've spoken about this before. She says, is this normal?
It is normal. It's quite common. Not that many people experience it. But as we know, if we lie completely still when we wake up, then we can just slip back into the dream, especially if we remember the last scene of the dream. We can step back into it and continue creating the dream.
I don't know if that's true or not, because we never remember the waking up and then the dream to follow anyway.
Yeah, we can do. So we go through a stage called the hypnopompic stage between dreaming and waking. And as we slip out of the dream into waking, then we sometimes hover in that region in between. And it's the same kind of thing that Kat was experiencing with the night terror.
Yeah, but I would forget both.
Would
Probably.
you?
Yeah, most likely, yeah. Email from Sally Sullivan. I had a dream the other day that my neighbour Samantha was with me on holiday and we were eating Chinese food at some sort of food convention. Samantha could speak 17 languages, and in the dream she explained that her mum had helped her learn them, and she was very cosmopolitan. She really is cosmopolitan. 17 languages. What does it all mean?
That's fantastic. So we said in Ian's dream that food is fulfillment. So Sally's got an appetite for success. There's something that she's trying to do in waking life, some ambition. And Chinese food is some new opportunity in her waking life, but she's got to work a bit hard to do it.
And the languages?
And the languages, she has to learn new ways to express herself. So she's maybe going to a new job where she has to learn new jargon or new information around things. Her mother represents experience and actually skill and wisdom at doing that. So it's about applying her knowledge in a new opportunity.
Wonderful. Ian Wallace is the dream expert. He deciphers your dreams for you. He's on with us every few weeks. And here's the final email. It's from John in Reading. What does it say?
John says, since the age of 11, and I'm now 28, I've had a recurring dream featuring a wolf. It's always the same wolf. I always recognise his markings and coloration. Sometimes I'm with him. Other times I can only see him in the dream. And other times, this is interesting, I see the world through his eyes. Sometimes there are other wolves about, and sometimes it's just him and me. Please help me to solve the identity of the wolf after 17 years of head scratching.
That's a brilliant dream from John. And the identity of the wolf is John. So he's not a werewolf or a lycanthrope or anything like that. But when we dream, we create everything in the dream. And what animals represent in our dreams are our instincts and our creativity. So we've got the word creature, create, creativity.
Oh, yeah.
And what the wolf represents is tremendous bonds of loyalty, being very powerful. And so it shows that John is very good at looking after people who he loves and who he's loyal to. He can really protect them and take good care of them, and he forms very strong emotional bonds.
We're very sorry if we didn't get to your dream. We do get fantastic response for this feature. Thank you for the emails, thank you for the calls, thank you for the letters, thank you for everything. And of course, thank you, Ian Wallace, the dream expert. He will return in a few weeks' time. Thanks, Ian.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Tim.